And it's good to make it 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Room here to run. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Right back to him on first down. Down to about the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jerron Bentley.
So the first thing that comes to my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall, they take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And he gets this to Thornton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. On second down, a run with Hall. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. On third down, here's Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Go, Lee! Go! Dragon 60!
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
But first down, Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Hurts with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Got it, ready? Hustle, hustle.
Throwing to start the drive. Hall. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, and their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Hurts. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to work. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Now Jones on 1st down. Got his man. It's Thornton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic, and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18, go.
They go play action with Hurts. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Here we go, check. Panther 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Christian Watson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green